Once upon a time, nestled in the lush, green meadow, lived a little turtle named Sheldon. Now, Sheldon was a perfectly happy turtle in most ways. He had a strong, sturdy shell, plenty of delicious dandelions to munch on, and a cozy little burrow under a big oak tree. But Sheldon had a secret, a deep, peculiar longing that none of the other turtles seemed to share. He wanted to fly. Every morning, Sheldon would crane his long neck out of his shell and watch the birds. He'd see the sparrows darting and diving, the majestic eagles soaring on the wind currents, and the graceful swallows painting patterns against the bright blue sky. Oh, he would sigh, a tiny puff of air escaping his beak. If only I could feel the wind beneath my, well, not wings, but maybe my shell. If only I could see the world from up there. The other turtles would just shake their heads. Sheldon, you're a turtle, his friend, a wise old turtle named Terence, would say gently. Our place is on the ground. We are masters of the slow and steady. The sky is for the birds. But Sheldon couldn't let go of his dream. He spent his days observing. He noticed how the birds flapped their wings, how they used their tails to stare, and how they rode the invisible waves of air. One sunny afternoon, Sheldon had an idea. It was a rather silly idea, but it was the best he could come up with. He gathered 2 large, sturdy oak leaves and, using some sticky sap from a pine tree, he tried to attach them to his front legs. He waddled to the top of a small grassy hill, took a deep breath, and flapped as hard as he could. He hopped, he flapped, he wiggled, and then he tumbled, rolling all the way down the hill, landing with a soft thump in a patch of clovers. The leaves had simply flopped around uselessly. He felt a little dizzy and a lot disappointed. He tried again. This time, he saw bigger. He collected dozens of dandelion puffs, thinking their fluffiness might help him float. He tied them all over his shell with long strands of grass. He looked like a walking cloud. He climbed the hill once more, and with a hopeful heart, he jumped. For a split second, he felt a tiny lift, but then gravity took over, and he came down with another gentle bump. Dandelion seeds scattered everywhere, dancing in the breeze, mocking his failed attempt. Days turned into weeks, and Sheldon's failed experiments became a common sight in the meadow. The rabbits would stop nibbling on grass to watch him, and the squirrels would chatter from the trees, amused by his antics. Sheldon felt his hope beginning to fade, like the colors of a sunset. Maybe Terence was right. Maybe he was just a silly turtle with an impossible dream. One evening, as Sheldon sat by the pond, staring at his reflection, a magnificent eagle with feathers the color of polished bronze landed beside him for a drink. This was Aquila, the king of the skies, known for his wisdom and strength. He had been watching Sheldon from high above for quite some time. Little turtle, Aquila's voice was deep and resonant, like the rumble of distant thunder. I have seen your efforts. Your heart holds a powerful dream. Sheldon was startled, but also honored. Oh, great Aquila, he said sadly. It's a foolish dream. A turtle cannot fly. Aquila looked at him with his sharp, intelligent eyes. Perhaps not in the way a bird does, he said, but your desire to see the world from above is strong. I can help you, but you must be brave. Sheldon's heart leaped. Brave? I can be brave. What do I need to do? Aquila explained his plan. I will grasp your shell in my talons, and I will carry you into the sky. You will see everything you have ever dreamed of seeing. But you must hold on tight and trust me completely." Sheldon didn't hesitate for a second. This was his chance. The very next morning, at the peak of the tallest hill, Sheldon tucked his head and legs into his shell as instructed. He felt a powerful grip as Aquila's strong talons wrapped securely around his sturdy home. And then, it happened. With a mighty beat of his enormous wings, Aquila launched them into the air. Sheldon felt a jolt, a sudden weightlessness he had never known. He slowly poked his head out of his shell. He gasped. The world below was a breathtaking tapestry of greens and browns. The meadow was a tiny patch, the pond a shimmering jewel. He could see the river winding like a silver ribbon through the forest, and the distant mountains looked like sleeping giants. The wind rushed past his face, singing a song of freedom. It was more wonderful, more exhilarating than anything he had ever imagined. He wasn't flapping, he wasn't floating, but he was flying. He was a turtle, soaring among the clouds. "It's beautiful," he shouted over the wind, his voice filled with pure joy. "It's everything I dreamed of and more." Aquila circled high above the land, showing Sheldon the world from a bird's eye view. Sheldon saw the patterns of the farms, the herds of deer moving through the woods, and the vastness of the world that had always been just beyond his sight. He felt his heart swell with gratitude. After a long, glorious flight, Aquila gently set Sheldon back down on the familiar grass of the meadow. Sheldon felt a little wobbly on his feet, his mind still swirling with the incredible sights. "Thank you, Aquila," he said, his voice thick with emotion. "Thank you for giving me the sky." Aquila dipped his head. "It was not I who gave you the sky, little one. It was your dream. Your persistence and your courage are what brought you here. Remember this feeling." And with another powerful wing beat, the magnificent eagle was gone, a disappearing speck in the vast blue expanse. From that day on, Sheldon was a changed turtle. He still loved his life on the ground, the taste of dandelions, and the comfort of his burrow. But he no longer looked at the sky with longing. He looked at it with fond memory. He hadn't grown wings, but he had learned a valuable lesson. Sometimes, achieving our dreams doesn't mean changing who we are, but finding creative ways and sometimes, a little help from a friend to reach our goals. His dream wasn't to become a bird. It was to see the world from a new perspective, and that, he had done. He was Sheldon, the turtle who flew, and he had the best story to tell in the entire meadow. Thank you so much for watching our story today. If you enjoyed Sheldon's adventure, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more tales. We love sharing these moments with you. See you next time.